Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Latina Plants. My name is Jackie. Today's video is a fun video. If you're into videos like this, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that bell to get notified every time I upload a video. And so today I have a collab to share with you guys. This collab is with Mixon Plants and Crafts here on YouTube. If you guys don't know her, I will put her name up here on the screen for you guys. And I will also link the video that she uploads of the things that I sent her. So you can go ahead and check her out after you watch this video. Also, I did want to say, since this video is going to be a short one because I'm just opening this box here with you guys, I'm going to also do some planty chores. So I hope you enjoy this video and tag along with me and get some planty chores done with me. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this package. Okay, so I have you angled down some so you can see the unboxing. I have some scissors here ready. Let's go ahead and open this up. So this collab is, I reached out to Rachel and I asked her if she wanted to do a planty trade. And since we're in the winter season, she suggested that we do a Crafty plant trade. And so I'm excited to see what 3 items she crafted to send me, because that's the amount that we decided on, 3 Crafty items. And here is the inside. Put a card in here. Let me go ahead and pull everything out. There's some like confetti hearts, punch outs in here. So these are really cute. All of these crafts were handmade by us. This was made by her, of course. And she put a little sticker on there that says handmade with love. So there are 3 crafty items in here. Let me try to get them in frame for you. And she sent a little card. Oh, it's cute. A little Christmas card. It says, "Let it snow." Even though I don't want it to snow, you guys. I don't. I'm not into the winter, but this is nice to receive during the winter months. Oh, she listed the items that are in the box, so I'm not going to read all of this right now. Let's go ahead and open the box up. These are cute little heart punch outs and trees that she put in the box. So I don't think there's an order of me picking these or unwrapping these, so I'm just gonna grab one at a time. Oh, this is super cute, you guys. Oh, I really like this. It's a cute little ornament, and it looks like the red vein maranta. It's gorgeous. It's really nicely well done. This must have taken her a while to do. My crafts were a little bit more simple, I guess you could say. They're definitely different. And she used like a suede kind of fabric for the darker part of the leaf. These are really cute. Oh, I want more of these, Rachel. Super cute. I'm gonna have to hang that up on my tree and I'll show you guys. Let's go with the smaller one here. This one's bubble wrapped, so I think it may have been more fragile. And she put another handmade with love on here. Oh, this is one of those propagation little froggies. I'm not sure if she uses polymer clay to create these, but I've seen her craft these on her channel. Super cute. You put these on top of a jar and then you stick your cuttings in here so they don't fall through. Super cute, very useful, crafty plant craft. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, but this is really cute. It actually has purple on there. It has some leaf imprints. Hopefully you're getting a good look at these. Now for the last one, oh, she creates these as well on her Etsy. Check her out on her Etsy. These are, I think she calls them bowl cozies. So like if you make some soup in a bowl in the microwave, you can place it in here and microwave it. And that way you don't burn yourself or anything like that. I think this is super cute. I really like this print. It's like, Hoya blooms. It's gorgeous, you guys. It's gorgeous. I will definitely be using these all winter. It's so cute. And she has a little how to use. I love this because I don't like my hands to be cold when I'm eating a cold treat. And I also have to be cautious and not to burn myself. This is a really great, useful gift. It's just so beautiful and aesthetic. I love it. Rachel, thank you so much for doing this collab with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you like everything that I sent your way. I kind of went a little overboard. I went a little over what I suggested we do, but that's okay. I'm just a super giving person. And yeah, don't get mad at me, Rachel, for sending you too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Again, make sure that you check her channel out to see what I sent her. The link again will be down below in the description. And I'll check you guys out on the next part of this video, which we will be doing some planty chores. Thank you so much. Let's get on with the planty chores. Okay, you guys, so to start off the planty chores, what we're going to do is we're going to work on watering my plants. This is one of my watering days. I typically water a few times a week. I check my plants on a daily basis when I get the chance, really, because I'm a busy stay-at-home mom. And so I either check them in the morning. Typically during the winter time, I check them in the morning. If we're in the spring or summertime, I'll check them either in the morning, afternoon, or evening. It doesn't really matter during the spring and summertime. But in the wintertime, I really try to water my plants in the morning. So I will go around and check and see if I have a good amount of plants that need some watering in the morning. And then I will go ahead and do a watering routine. And I wanted to give you guys some details on what I use in my water. I no longer use RO water just because it was getting too expensive because of my large collection. And so now I'm using tap water. And so the first thing that I add to my water is silica. And then I add CalMag. And after those two, I add my fertilizer. Then I use my BTS drops, the mosquito bit drops. And then after that, I go ahead and use some pH down. And then I mix everything up and I check my pH every single time I do my 5-gallon jugs, water dispensers, and I try to stay in the range of 6.4 to 6.5 pH level, and that has been working for me and my plants, and everybody seems to be doing well. Right now, the fertilizer that I use is the Jax 20-20-20, and I use it at half strength in my 5-gallon jug. And I do use all of these things in every single watering. Sometimes I will go ahead and do just 3 weeks of fertilizer, and on the 4th week, I will use regular tap water. And the last step that I actually do after the BTS drops is the water conditioner that I'm using now. I picked that up at a local pet store if you're interested in using those, and that is to get rid of any of the salts and unnecessary things in the water. And my plants have been doing pretty well so far. Some of them did show a little bit signs of shock, and I would say that was mainly my alocasias, but they seem to be doing much better now. My more sensitive plants that are begonias as well did get a little shocked, but everything else seems to be growing well and been doing well ever since I transferred from RO water, and it's been quite a few months now, maybe about 3 months since I've been using regular tap water. Even my African violets are doing well with the change. And so, as I'm watering my plants, I do like to go and look and see if they're doing well, what their growth is looking like. Am I waiting too long to water them or not? Are they ready to be watered? Because I don't water every single plant on my watering days. I just water the ones that need to be watered. And the way I gauge it is with pond, I don't like the water reservoir to go completely dry. So if it has a little bit of water in it, I still will go ahead and top it off. But with my airy, chunky mix, I like to make sure that it's completely dry in the reservoir, and even a couple days after that, I will let it sit dry with no water in the reservoir before I go ahead and top it off, because the chunky mix, because of the cocoa core, is going to hold a little bit more moisture than your pond will. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but yes. With the exception of the plants that really don't like the reservoir to be dry, which is the alocasias, begonias, and I think that's about it. I think everything else I wait until the reservoir is dry completely before I water them or top them off and water them. I hope a lot of this makes sense to you guys. Make sure that you grab a drink. This is going to be a long one. I probably should have warned you in the beginning of the video, but I didn't. And yeah, grab a drink, a snack, or get some plant chores done with me, along with me. I'm going to try to make this, bring in the Christmas vibes and add some music in the background for you guys so that you can listen to when I'm not talking. And I did speed this up just because watering really takes me a long time, and I didn't want to chop up the video. I wanted you to see that I really do check every single plant. I also even sniff to make sure there's no rotting going on that I can't see. And yes, this is my watering routine. And as you can see here on this day, I had quite a few plants to water. And the ones that are in regular catch pots, I fill up the catch pots. I already know how to gauge how much water they'll take up. And so I really don't ever have to go back and empty out any water because they will absorb all of the water that I put in the catch pot. And I've been telling you guys, these self-watering pots have been saving my life with these plants because I really have a large collection, and putting them in self-watering pots, the wick pots, has been helping me keep them watered and not underwater them or overwater them, because really I was more of an overwaterer. And so now I just check the reservoir and check and see if they have enough moisture in their pots, and also gauge by looking at the plant and the leaves and their growth and their roots, everything like that, to see how well they're doing. And my plants have been doing really good in these self-watering pots. I definitely recommend them. If you're interested in them, I sell them on PalmStreet right now. I do have my PalmStreet kind of paused because of the winter time, but I do still have self-watering pots, and I can definitely sell them to you guys through PalmStreet. Just let me know, shoot me a message on PalmStreet, and I can arrange a shipping of the pots if you're interested. And the reason that I put my shop on pause or on vacation on PalmStreet is because it's just really too cold. I'm having instances where I'm sending plants in thermal wrap with heat pads and also paying for priority shipping and things like that. And the plants are taking too long to arrive and they're arriving dead or not well. And so I really take a lot of pride in the plants that I make, and I don't list them unless they're absolutely ready. And so that takes a lot of time for me to grow them out because most of these plants are grown that I sell from either a corm, a leaf, or a cutting with a node. And so it takes time to get them to a nice, beautiful size. And so I don't want to send something out that I work so hard on and then have it not arrive well. Not only that, but that's a huge disappointment to the person that is receiving it. And yeah, I don't want to make anybody sad or kill off any of the plants that I worked so hard on growing. And majority of my plants are in the Wick and Grow plant pots. I would have to say that my hanging baskets in this window are still in the Casa Farm baskets, as well as some of my larger floor plants are still in pots. But for majority of my plants, they're in Wick and Grow. I even transferred, after this video, I had transferred some of my larger Hoyas that I had in catch pots and just your regular nursery pots. I transferred them into some Wick and Grow plant pots as well, self-watering pots. And they have been doing really well in them as well. And so here I'm just going to go ahead and bottom water. I like to bottom water these hanging baskets because they do get completely dry in this window because they're in a south facing window, and underneath them there are actually two vents underneath these hanging baskets at this window. So that also with the heater kind of dries them out, as well as they're getting a lot of sun and using up a lot of water. So yeah, I like to give them a really good soaking, and so I set them in saucers and I like to let them sit and soak up. And now we are switching to dusting. I like to dust my shelves just with the Dollar Tree dusters because they're inexpensive and you can toss them and replace the little duster end on the wand, and this is super easy and fast. I didn't need to wipe down the shelves because I had wiped them down not too long ago, so we're just going to go ahead and just dust off the shelves just to get any of the debris and things. These are my air plants that I had set up in this dough bowl with these cute holders from, I think it was Live Trends in Lowe's. I actually picked them up on clearance. And so, yeah, I just thought I would take you guys along and show you how I maintain these shelves and my plants. And now we're going to go ahead. Here's a little pan of what the floor is looking like. There's a few Hoya blooms and leaf droppings and things like that on the floor. And so we're going to go ahead and speed clean these floors. I do actually sweep and mop. I just didn't record when I mopped. But yeah. This is what I do. As I'm watering, I'm actually throwing like leaves that fall off or anything like that, or crispy leaves on the floor. And then I go around and I just give everything a really good sweep and a really good mop to make sure that my floors stay nice and clean and free of planty debris, because this is my living space that I share with my kids and my husband. And so I don't want it getting all planty, messy all the time. And so I do try to do this a couple times a week. I also have a handheld little vacuum where I can go around if I did a really good cleaning already and like the next day some Hoya blooms dried up and fell, I can just vacuum them up really quick. And so that also helps me maintain the area. And I feel like if you keep the area clean, it also helps minimize with any pests around your plants. And yeah, it's part of planty care to me. And here is a pan of everything. The hanging baskets are still bottom watering, and everything else is nice and watered and clean and healthy and happy. And now we're going to move on to the next task, which will be some repots of some Hoyas that I picked up on Facebook Market. And I'm going to speed you guys through this because at the end of this video, I will show you what they look like, an update. And so here are the plants before I do the repot. And I picked up these plants again on Facebook Market. And I will also put the seller on the screen for you guys. And when I do the update, I will tell you the names of all of these Hoyas. I hope you watched my unboxing of this. These plants are so healthy. They have to be the healthiest plants that I have gotten from anyone. And yeah, they didn't have any shock or anything when I repotted them. And I literally repotted them 2 weeks after I had received them. I only let them acclimate for 2 weeks and they did well in my space and had no change. So I decided to go ahead and repot them here and record it for you guys. But as I've said before, super busy. So I did not, talk throughout the video, but I hope that you guys enjoy seeing this clip of me repotting them. And so this one here, first one that I'm going to repot here is the Hoya Ganungading. And I noticed she potted all of these in perlite and vermiculite. I thought it was like a mix of rocks and pawn and stuff, but it's not. It's perlite and vermiculite, which made it, you guys, so easy to do this repot. I just had to dump them. Here I cut the stem a little bit, which got rid of a lot of the roots, but surprisingly, it did not shock at all from me cutting some of those roots in the stem. I just needed it to fit well in the pot, and it had quite a bit of roots, so I decided to do that. But yeah, the vermiculite and the perlite was great to root these plants. I've never tried that mix before. I have always either used perlite, water, or fluval, or a mix of perlite and fluval to root my Hoyas. And so I was pretty shocked about this mix, and it was so easy to remove from the roots that it made the repot session here pretty quick and easy. And I'm telling you, these plants just flourished after this. I can't wait to show you the update at the end of this video, so stick around. And the last one that I just did was the Verticillata Silver Heart. And now we're repotting this one here. I forget what it's called, but I will tell you at the end of the video. This one as well, I did propagate from it, and the propagations are doing well. Not a whole lot of new growth yet because it's growing roots, but they're alive and still doing well. And I believe the roots are growing very nice and robust. I will also show you that at the end when I show you the update of this video. At the end of this video, I will show you the roots and if they have any new growth and how they're looking. And like I said, I did this repot a few weeks ago, and so the update is a few weeks from the repot. Here is the Hoya Polynura Alba Marginata. This one also took off in growth when I repotted it. It was doing well in the perlite and vermiculite. I just wanted to get it into my airy substrate, and I'm really liking my Hoyas in the airy substrate versus the pawn. I really think I just like my mix a lot better than pawn. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just not that good with pawn. But I do have some plants that are in pawn that are doing okay, but I really like using my airy mix. And this one here did not have a whole lot of roots, and I thought it was going to shock or, you know, rot or anything like that, but surprisingly, this plant is super hardy. I definitely recommend this one if you're looking to get into a more dainty looking Hoya, because I feel like this one is a little dainty. It's got very slender leaves and thin vines. And I'm telling you, this plant is super hardy. And I'm just using the 3-inch self-watering wick pots that I have on my shop. Since these are so small, I want to start them off in the smaller pots. Now we are working on the Hoya lacunosa variegated. This one did really well as well. When I repotted it, I thought it was also going to have a little bit of a setback or struggle, but it did not. It's doing really well. I'm so happy with this entire order, you guys. And this Hoya mini bell right here actually grew a peduncle, and it is blooming currently. If I can take a picture, I will post the bloom. She's looking gorgeous. I didn't really smell a scent on that bloom as much as the green one. The green one's blooms seem to be more strong. But yeah, I thought it was amazing how healthy and fast growing this Hoya Bella intervariegated is doing. It's a beautiful, easy to care for one. I was a little nervous about this one because the smaller cutting that came in the pot actually didn't do well, but the larger cutting that had a split vine, you know, it had 2 vines, did really good. And so I wasn't too sad to lose the smaller one. It's okay as long as I have a nice healthy piece. Yeah, I'm so shocked that it is blooming. I've also heard a lot about this Hoya Bella being a more difficult one versus the green or the outer variegated one, and so that made me a little nervous as well. Now we are working on the Hoya Lai. This one, I was conflicted whether I should trellis it or let it trail, but since it had so many long vines, I wanted to tame it a little bit. So I do decide to put it on a trellis, and I will show you guys that again at the end of this video. You will see the updates on what these plants are looking like and how they are doing. But look at how easy it is to just dip these roots in water and rinse out the vermiculite and the perlite. It was just so easy, you guys. The only thing is that the perlite kind of flows to the top of the water, and so even when I pull out the plants, it comes out with a lot of perlite, which is why I'm walking away here. And I'm just gonna go rinse off the perlite because I don't want a whole lot of perlite around the roots. It's okay if it has a little bit, but I didn't want it to be completely full of perlite. And so I did go and rinse them off. And this plant had such beautiful root growth and it was such a full pot. There's actually 4 plants in the pot, and yeah, they had nice long trailing vines. And again, my chunky mix is consisted of horticultural charcoal. I use the chunky perlite as well as the finer perlite. I use cocoa coir and repti bark, or I use cocoa chips, cocoa husk, depending on what I have on hand. And I do also use some worm castings. And all of my Hoyas, really all of my plants have been loving and enjoying my chunky mix. I even use it on my alocasias and my begonias in these wicking pots, and they've been doing really well in them. So here we're going to build these Swiss Miss gingerbread houses. They're like chocolate, marshmallow, and they come with some candies and things like that. I actually got some larger ones before, but I returned them because the kids really wanted to try out these Swiss Miss ones, and they were more affordable. They were like $6 each. And so I was like, sure, why not? For the price of one of the boxes that I got before, I was able to get 3. So I felt like it was a win-win situation. So I went ahead and picked up these Swiss Miss ones, and they come with some marshmallows, the little house, and some candy, colorful candies. And so this day they wanted to build them and have some hot chocolate with them. And they actually enjoyed decorating them and being creative with them. My daughter took it like a competition between her and her boyfriend, which was hilarious. But yeah, as they were making these, I started to make their hot chocolate, which was also the Swiss Miss hot chocolate that we use. And I get some, they're like dehydrated, like little marshmallows from Amazon. My husband actually orders them from Amazon. We really like using them in the hot chocolate. And in a minute here, I'm going to show you each house individually. The first one will be my son's, the second one will be my daughter's boyfriend's, and then the final last one will be my daughter's. I would like you guys to rate them from 1, 2, and 3. Which one is your favorite one out of the 3? Or place them as first, second, and third place. And let me know down below in the comments. Do you guys do this yearly? Do your kids outgrow these? Because I feel like we will do this every year with my kids. And so here I'm going to show you, this one is my son's. He's kind of messy with his, but it looks cute. Lots of red sprinkles on here. I did give them sprinkles if they wanted to add sprinkles, and he decided to add some sprinkles. He really didn't use any of the icing around the windows or the door. And then now we're going to look at my daughter's boyfriend. His looks more nice and neat, and he did add, I don't know if you can tell, some like little bushes in the front of the house with the icing and some of the sprinkles. But I noticed that he also did not use any of the icing on the windows or the doors. I'm not really sure why they didn't do that, but when I do a gingerbread house, I typically decorate the doors and the windows as well. And there's also like a circle that's supposed to be like the wreath on the house, like a Christmas wreath. Yeah. And they didn't decorate that either. And now coming up next is my daughter's. Hers is more creative. She did kind of like a walkway, some bushes. She put a little doorknob. She did a wreath, and she made the icing look like icicles. And so if you ask me, my number one is my daughter's, but she did not decorate the back door. She did not decorate the back windows or the back wreath. And yeah, but the front of the door, it's got some curb appeal. So I wanted to end this video with an update of the plants that I just repotted with you guys here, since I kind of fast played that for you guys just so you wouldn't get too bored. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that bell to get notified every time I upload a video. Also, I did want to mention, go ahead and check out Rachel's channel. She is Mixon Plants and Crafts. She does a really good job of mixing plants and crafts together. If you're into crafty things, planty crafty things, as well as plants, go ahead and check her channel out. You guys, she does a wonderful job on her channel, and she has a great personality, and she's real. And I really enjoyed doing this planty craft swap collab with her. And so, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into looking at these plants and how they're doing. Now, these plants, a lot of them are grown out already because the original repot video I recorded like a few weeks ago. I don't know exactly how long ago, but it's been a while. Some of them have already acclimated and have given me new growth. Some have not given me any new growth yet, but I will show you what the plants are looking like right now. So the first one that I'm super excited to share with you guys is the Hoya polynura, and she is the Albo marginata. She is giving me 2 new leaves here. And as you can tell, she has grown quite a bit already. And I'm super excited to have her in my collection. These plants came from a Facebook seller. I will put her name up here on the screen in case you didn't see the unboxing of them. The video was titled 9 New Plants or something like that. I will also put the thumbnail on the screen for you guys so you can go ahead and find that video and watch it if you'd like. So you can see the unboxing of those plants and how she wrapped everything and how well they were. And yeah, so anyways, the Hoya polynura albo marginata, she's in a 3-inch wick and grow pot with a self-water or reservoir. And it's a clear one, and I can already see that she's made her roots have made their way out of the pot, which is a really good thing, which means she's really happy and rooted in here. And yeah, I purchased these. Well, I received these on October 16. So I actually put a date on my plants this time so that I can remember. And yeah, they're doing really well. The leaves are really firm. She's growing for me really fast. And I'm really happy with that. She is also in my soilless mix, if you guys are wondering. But let me give you a close up of her. This is a beautiful plant, and I can't wait to add the other varieties to my collection. Now, I think I will combine all of these in one pot once I add more to my collection. She also has some new growth here. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, I'm super excited that she did not shock at all, and she's doing really well. The next one is the Hoya breviolata. This one is super cute. The leaves are fuzzy, you guys. This one has not given me any new growth, and in fact, some of the growth tips have died back. But let's see. She's also found the reservoir with her roots, and so she's really happy. So I expect to see some new growth from her soon. And yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I also propagated this one, which could be why I'm not seeing any new growth. Yeah, because I had really long vines on this one and I wanted to share with you guys. So I am propagating her to share on my PalmStreet eventually. Currently, I do have a pause on my PalmStreet mainly because of the cold weather. I don't really want people to get like dead plants because of the cold weather, and I have no control over how fast people get their plants even if I pay for the priority shipping. Sometimes people don't get their plants until like a week after I already shipped it, which is not supposed to be that way, but it's expected during the holiday season and the cold season. So sorry if you've gotten any of my plants and they've not done well, but I've only had one customer and I will be reimbursing her for her plant. And the next one here, I was kind of scared and I thought I was going to lose it. It's the Hoya Bella Luis Boyce, but she is also, all of these are in my soilless mix. I don't know why I decided to put them all in my soilless mix. Maybe because I feel like I don't do that well with Pawn, but yeah, the Hoya Bella Luis Bois. She had actually two plants in the pot, but the one plant was not as mature and not as rooted. So it didn't make it, even though I potted it up here with the other one. This one is also going to bloom for me, which I'm super excited about, you guys. Look at that cute little bloom. I cannot wait until she blooms for me. And this one has the inner variegation. And she's looking so cute. And she has two vines right now. It looks like she's going to start branching out here as well. And so I'm really excited to grow her out. All my Hoya Bellas, I also want to pot them all up together. So I have the plain green version. And so I'm going to pot her up eventually together with this one. So that was plant number 3. Plant number 4 is the Hoya lacunosa variegata. And this one has beautiful variegation as well and has been doing great, has not skipped a beat. It looks like some of these new leaves up here in the growth tip have dried out. Maybe I waited too long to water her, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on her and make sure that I water her on time, because it kind of looks like her water reservoir is empty right now. And that's just the soilless mix that made its way down there. But she has really good roots. I don't know if you can see. So she is happy and healthy. And today's watering day for me. So I will be watering all of these plants that have empty reservoirs today. But yeah, that's the Hoya lacunosa variegata. I'm super excited to grow a bushy, fuller plant of her. The next one is the Hoya Sanji Albo. This one I thought was going to shock for me because it has such a thin vine and she wasn't super rooted, I believe, if I recall. And so I took the risk and I went ahead and potted her up in my soilless mix, and her leaves are nice and firm, even firmer than what they were when I first got her. And she seems to be very happy. She's growing really fast. And this is another one that I can't wait to see her grow into a nice full lush pot. There are 2 plants in here. And she has the outer variegation. I love how elongated and thin, narrow these leaves are on this plant, which is why I picked her up. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I also like the outer variegation on her. I didn't even know this plant existed until I seen it on her Facebook market listing. Yeah, she's doing really good. She also looks like she's found the reservoir here, starting to. She found the wick. And yeah, she is also dry. So we're going to go ahead and water her today. The next one I fell in love with because she was such a full, lush plant and a really good deal. And I'm so happy that I picked this one up. This one is called the Hoya Lai. And I decided to give her a trellis. And she's taken really well to the trellis. Is very happy. The leaves are nice and firm and they're fuzzy, you guys, like on top and on the bottom. She's a gorgeous plant. I also love the shape of the leaves. This one's not variegated, it's just plain green, but it's really special to me. It's just so gorgeous and it looks so beautiful on a trellis. And I don't know if you could just let this one trail or not, but I really like her on the trellis. I think she looks super good and cute on the trellis. Love her fuzzy leaves. I'm trying to give you a little bit of a close-up of her. She's doing really good. She is also in need of a watering, and she has definitely found the water reservoir. Look at those roots. This is another one that I would definitely recommend picking up if you don't have her in your Hoya collection. She's been super easy to care for. This next one here was the reason for the entire buy. So yeah, this is the Verticillata Silver Heart, and the newer leaf is nice and firm. It's got some green splashing to it. Some of the substrate's falling out. It's got some green splashing to it, but mainly the leaf is silvery. So I'm really happy about that. The leaves are nice and firm and healthy. And she shot out 2 growth points. And so I cannot wait to get those growth points with new leaves and trellis her. For now, she's going to be in this 3-inch pot. And she has roots that have found the reservoir. Really happy with that. Her roots look really good. She looks really happy. She also needs a watering. So I'm really happy to have gotten this one and that it's doing so well. The next one that I picked up was this Hoya Ganangading. Gunangading. I don't know. But she had, I don't know if you recall, if you watched the unboxing, she had a new baby leaf that was coming out. I didn't accidentally do it. It just fell off on its own, even though it was in a humidity dome. I guess the shock of shipping and all that, it fell off before I even repotted her. But I was happy to see that she still put out another leaf, and this is the leaf that she put out, and it looks beautiful with the dark veining. I know this one sun stresses beautifully, but I really like it in its natural form. The dark veining on the back of the leaves and on the front of the leaves is just beautiful to me. And yeah, these are the original leaves, which I kind of like a little bit more, but they do look similar. This one up here is a lot larger than these down here. I kind of want to keep this size, so I might end up giving her more light, but I did trellis her on this acrylic stake, and hopefully she will continue to give me some new leaves. She's looking pretty happy and healthy. And I see some good roots in there, but she has not found the water reservoir just yet. But she's making her way down there. Hopefully you can see all of those beautiful roots there. And her water reservoir is not completely dry, but just about time to water her. Now, out of all of the plants, this is the only one that shocked for me, and she looks and feels like she's on the up and up. So this one I actually put on a metal trellis in a 4-inch pot with self-watering pot. And yeah, I trellised her because she was such a large plant already and had really good roots. But her leaves got really wrinkled. As you can see, they're still really wrinkled, but I'm feeling a lot more firmness in her. And so that gives me a good indication that she's growing roots and is taking up some nutrients and some water. And so I don't see any new roots, but you can see the old roots there. They are kind of brown. So I'm just going to keep an eye on her. I did also propagate from her. So if for any reason she doesn't make it, I can always have a backup because some of these leaves do look pretty unhappy and wrinkly, but I don't want to change anything up for her. I want her to just continue to get acclimated and grow some new roots. And so I'll keep you guys updated on this one. Her water reservoir is not dry, so she does not need a watering. And this is the Hoya Dekier. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this day to do some planty chores. I hope that you were able to do some planty chores along with me. Again, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, click on that bell to get notified every time I upload a video. Hype this video up if you really like it and you'd like to see more videos like this. Leave any questions or comments down below that I may not have answered in this video. If you have any questions or comments on the Hoyas, the seller, or the collaboration, or any of the planty chores that I did today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. I will see you guys soon. Bye.